Alright, hey guys, JK the Player back with another drop-in. I'm trying to see who I even recognize in this game. Not really anybody too big named here. So whatever, we'll just keep an eye out for the person who does the best, and we'll name this video after them in honor of their awesomeness as we start this game up. We can see that it's just a minute into this game, got into this game a little early as we see Zion just coming in there, taunting his Pulse Fire skin with his backing abilities as he just summon Rays of Lights as the gods obviously favor him in there. But let's just talk about the lane matchups really quickly before the lane even starts. We're seeing a Shaco in the jungle, and then his counterpart, of course, is going to be Hecarim. But man, Shaco in the jungle, actually haven't been seeing it too much as he's just kind of teleporting everywhere and a little bit of lag. But again, Shaco actually have not been seeing him too much. I mean, Shaco is still a very good solo queue jungler. He's got those nice strong ganks, but again, you just don't see him too much. Hecarim, on the other hand, you don't see him too much either. People tend to not favor him, and he's still got strong ganks. He's got a decent clear time. Decently strong as well. Oh, Malphite coming in. Can he get the steal onto this? Actually, this could be dangerous for him. There comes the stun onto him. Lana Aqua going to be forced out of there. I'm not sure what he was doing, but he did get a lot of damage onto Pentagon, surprisingly. So, I mean, despite him going in there as, like, in a 1v3 situation, not able to do much, but looks like on the other side, Zeom getting caught out by Taric, but doing so much damage to TGDM. John taking a lot of damage out of this as well. Sona is not there to really help out, but there's the Ignite actually going on to John, trying to do as best he can. The Ignite's not really going to be able to do much except get him super low. If only White Knight was there to really help out with that, they would have probably been able to pick up that kill, maybe force the summoner out of him as there is no flash on him down at all. But alas, again, nothing really there. Sona Ezreal against Taric Corkia. I mean, there's a lot of poke coming out from Sona Ezreal, of course, but then you got some nice engagement from Corki and Taric as well. But again, that poke, if they can't deal with that kind of pokey lane, they're going to have such a hard time dealing with it as they already are super low, and TGDM is almost put down to no health. He's got 80 health remaining, and he is just taking a beating. As we look at the top lane now, Lana Agua on Malphite up against etc. on the Lee Sin. As we see, they actually have not been doing really much poke to each other, and they're just both trying to farm as best they can. Looks like I accidentally removed that. Sorry. But I mean, Malphite is still winning in that CS advantage kind of early a little bit. So I mean, that's very surprising. But I mean, he does not take a lot of damage. Looks like someone else getting put down very low. Who is it? Taric again getting put down, still super low. That poke from the just Ezreal and Sona is just so strong that it's just so hard to deal with. And this looks like it'll definitely be the lane to watch until Shaco and Hecarim can get a gank, because honestly, that's probably going to be what it's going to come down to in the long run. I mean, Taric and Corki, they can farm relatively far away. They don't have to get too insanely close. Meanwhile, Zyra and Lux, they both can also farm from pretty far away, and it's really going to come down to these junglers. But as Shaco comes in for a gank, the light binding is actually not going to land. None of the Lux's abilities are actually going to land. That's kind of a little unfortunate there that nothing really happened there. Lux missing all of her abilities. Nothing's going to come out of that thanks to that. Lux, you got to land your abilities. That's what you're all about. But Shaco's actually going to stay for another gank. Another light binding is going to miss yet again. Pentagon just chugging those health potions. Shaco wasting a lot of time trying to sit here and farm. Trying to sit here and camp this lane. But he's just going to go ahead and be like, whatever, I'll just farm Hecarim's Wraiths, no problem. You see a Pentagon actually now getting hit by light binding right when Shaco's not really ready for it. But whatever, getting a lot of damage out into there, and that's just the power of Lux's burst. Thanks to that pass, but Hecarim is going to catch Shy out in the jungle. His Deceive is up, but looks like he is waiting for some help here. There he goes to Deceive. He is trying to bait him out, but looks like Luminare is now going to be the one caught out. There's the light binding, going to be able to hit both of them. Turning on to Pentagon. Pentagon's going to get ignited. There's first blood in favor of Lux. Hecarim's continuing the chase on there. There's the passive from Pentagon, able to pick up the kill onto Lux. And Shy is going to be able to sit here in this middle lane. No, he's actually going to head back, but Hecarim's going to be able to sit there in this middle lane and do so much. Meanwhile, back up top, Malphite's going on to Lee Sin, getting quite a bit of damage out there. So much armor is coming out in favor of Malphite. I mean, I'm not sure how he's doing so much damage. I mean, you see Lee Sin with a lot of armor, but Malphite is mainly more magic damage thanks to all of his abilities. They do more magic damage. So I mean, maybe a little bit of not enough runes there. This comes in a dive from Hecarim. Sky's staying a little bit too long. He's going to give up his buffs to McLovin. I think he gets a buff reset. He does on his red buff. Very nice job by them. Meanwhile, Lee Sin sustaining off of those minions, utilizing those health pots. And again, just a very passive, I mean, just a very just farm fest lane there. Nothing really coming out of it, but Malphite is starting to run out of mana a little bit. and you might see Lee Sin starting to come out ahead as he's actually forcing Lana Aqua out of this lane now. Lana Aqua turning around, getting a little bit more damage out as well, but here comes Hecarim. If he goes up to last hit, this could be bad for him. He's actually coming out now, forcing the flash out. They could even dive him. He's going to fear him away from the tower. That's a perfect move. Hecarim able to pick up that kill. Very nice move by Hecarim. They're going to fear him away from that tower. Very nice level 6. A very fast level 6. So Shaco coming down here as well. There's the exhaust onto John. John's just going to Valkyrie out of there. The exhaust is onto Shy as well. John taking lots of damage here. He's forced to flash also out of there. Shy taking down too many tower hits maybe. Too many tower hits actually taken by Shy. He's going to have to get out of there. He's not going to be able to go farm his jungle anymore. He's going to have to go back. But it looks like he is just going to sit here. Corki's going to head back as well. He does not have the health to stay in this lane as Ezreal and Son are just too sustained to really do much. And so he's going to get a nice free farm lane here for Xeon for a little bit. And again, Hecarim again just doing such an amazing job right there with those 2 ganks, picking up 2 quick kills immediately. And Hecarim is a very nice, good tower diver thanks to that fear he has. And looks like he's coming around. Looks like he wants to come and invade this blue. He's actually going to take the Wolves away from Shaco. He knows that Shaco does not care. Oh, looks like I'm missing a kill in the middle. I heard the ping a little bit too late. Was not expecting that. I don't really expect those, 1v1 kills. After watching so many pro games, they usually don't die to one simple 1v1s. But there's a nice light bang on the Pentagon. There comes the ultimate out as well. And wow, so much burst damage coming out from Luminare. And again, that's just the power of Lux middle. She's got that amazing burst damage once she hits 6. If she hits one ability, she will most likely hit all of them. You have to dodge those light bindings against Lux or else you are just going to die. No problem. Hecarim looks like he wants to sit here. He's going to go back right as the blue buff is about to spawn for Shaco. And I'm not sure... I guess, yeah, Zyra did die, so he did not want to risk that. So never mind. Smart move by Hecarim. He didn't really want to risk that at all. But that's where warding the jungle will come in handy. He was relatively safe. They had no idea he was there at all. But again, that's where warding would come in handy. He just had no vision on Shaco. He did not know where he would be. And he knew Lux and Malphite could show up there just almost immediately. But honestly, I mean, he could have easily taken that, no problem. But that is where wards would come in handy. Meanwhile, back up top lane, it still looks like it's just still a farm fest. We see Lee Sin with 2 Doran's blades and that longsword and just his boots and wards. And Malphite's going to hit that heart of gold, trying to go for that gold per 10 build. Keep up his health, keep up his farm in gold count. But I mean, they're just so tanky up top. They have such decent amount of sustain. Oh man, but Lee Sin's doing such a good job here. But Malphite just going to turn around and just do the same amount of damage back to him. Zyra's coming and going to try and steal this. Going to run into Lux. Lux should have her ult back up, and she does. She's going to manage to hit the light binding. Here it comes as well. Shy actually going to go down to McLovin. McLovin able to get out of there, and there's a nice dodge of the ultimate by Pentagon. Not going to be able to get McLovin, not going to be able to continue to dive, but Lana Aqua looks like he's looking for somebody. Lee Sin coming down as well. Lux is coming into the fray, trying to find somebody again. Hecarim is kind of caught in between people. Can he get out of here? They're going to get spotted. Lana Aqua can't really do anything here to engage onto him. He's going to have to give it up. Hecarim able to get out of there. His speed does such a good job of helping him escape those sticky situations. Down at bottom lanes, we look at the CS, 60 to 52. They're still, relatively even in CS. Nobody is just overly dominating in CS. But if we look at the poke damage that have been coming out, White Knight has been taking quite a bit of poke damage, and then on the other side, Corki and Taric have been taking poke damage as well. So I mean, they're winning in the poke fight in that health exchange, but in the CS, they're still relatively even. You're looking at maybe a 7 CS advantage. Not too big of a deal, really. Not too big of a deal. Still no kills coming out of the bottom lane, though. But that's just because they each have such good ways of disengaging completely. And then Taric just cannot get in position for a good stun there. And that's just his power. Pentagon trying to land his abilities. Hecarim actually taking this blue buff, not giving it to Zyra. Zyra has died several times, though, so I can understand why. But here we see McLovin coming down here for a kill. There comes the Sona ultimate coming out onto both of them. The exhaust is out onto Zion. Zion is going to be able to take down John, it looks like, but he's going to go down to Corki as well. And now they're on the chase onto White Knight. He flashes to keep his range, and it looks like Hecarim are going to be able to pick up this kill. That exchange completely in their favor. Shy is trying to come down here, trying to get something to happen here, but I just don't think he can get anything. He will not have the damage to really kill Taric. He will only have the damage to really farm the lane, push it, and get that, make sure that golden experience does not go to waste. But TGDM gonna make sure his farming experience does not go to waste as well, as he tries to trade with Sky a little bit. He will have to sustain there. I'm pinging him to go back, though, but I don't think Shy really has the damage to really do anything about it. And Shy really hasn't even been doing much at all. He's 0-2. He's gotten no really good ganks at all. Heckram has been all over the place, and he's even coming in middle for yet another gank as he's coming in onto this middle lane. Luminare's going to get knocked back. He's forced to flash out there. There comes the ultimate, pushing him back towards his team. He's had such good ultimates this game. And he's going to be able to pick up that kill, giving it to Pentagon. Lee Sin even came down for a gank as well. TGDM is just put so low. He's sending in his ultimate down there to try and pick up the kill. And TGDM knows this. They're trying to kill before he gets close to him. And not a very good idea. Now John knows where he's at. Deceive is off of cooldown, but can he manage to get this? Shy turning around. The Ignite is on to Shy. Shy might actually go down to that Ignite. One more tick. And nope, Shy will barely live thanks to that Sona heal. Shy maybe getting a little bit too aggressive. Not sure what Sky is doing. But that was just not a good play in general at all. Almost got him killed. Forced maybe, I thought he ignited. No, he did not ignite, but I mean, he just almost giving up that kill. Fortunately, he was able to get out of there. Did not have to use any summoners, but he did not really have any escape summoners at all, so it didn't even really matter. But he did force TGDM to go back out of lane. John is now forced to sit in a 1v2 lane for just a little bit, trying to farm against this. But he does so utilizing all of that mana. John almost out of mana now, and he just got back to lane. And that is just what's going to hurt him. But Heckram coming down, looks like he wants to come down for yet another gank. Can they get this engagement on Hunter Tarek? Can he land a stun? They're maybe going onto Sona. Does he have his ultimate up? They're going to just a stun onto Xeon. I think Xeon still has Arcane Shift. Does not have his ultimate up, but they might still go onto this dive. Yes, they are. McLovin, no, they're going to let it go. As Lux and Shaco are coming down here as well. Shaco's going to be able to get in range of that. He's going to get the slow onto somebody. There comes the stun out. There comes the Sona ultimate out onto John. John going to flash out of there. That laser looked like it was homing in on somebody, but he's able to pick up the kill on the Corki. Nice gank, counter gank there. Zyra just not coming down to really help out with that. They had no vision of anything. They have no really good wards in middle lane to keep an eye on people like that. And that just might be just a player issue there. If they had a ward maybe here, then maybe she could have reacted in time to that kind of in order to try and counter gank, because she could have easily turned that fight around with her ultimate, no problem. It would have definitely just been able to completely just turn around, no problem. Sky actually coming in for yet another gank on the middle lane. He's able to land the slow. There comes the light binding, and looks like Pentagon may be able to pick up this kill on the Sky as well. No, but Heckram's coming in. He's going to be able to pick up this kill on the Sky, no problem. Actually, Pentagon is going to use her passive to really pick that up. McLovin turn around, trying to do what he can. He did get the assist out of that, so I mean, they did trade 1-for-1 there. Pentagon able to pick up the kill, but meanwhile, back up top lane, we are seeing etc. and Lee Sin going at it. I'm not sure if any kill will really be able to come out of it. Tarek barely surviving his exchange down at bottom lane. Yet again, I just need to ignore this lane. No one's ever dying up here. I'm missing the good stuff. Missing the good stuff. But it looks like that tower did go down for red team. They are winning in kills, but John getting caught off guard here. He has forced the Valkyrie away, not going to be able to get the chase onto him. He just does not have the mana and the damage to really do it. And of course, when I leave the top lane, you know, Lana Aqua goes down. As we see, it gets put pretty low. Etc. is just life-stealing, just sustaining off of him. He's able to completely get the chases. There's the kick coming down. He's got the ultimate as well and the ignite, etc. Nice pickup on that kill there. Very good job. Very strong showing of Lee Sin as he gets later on. And he definitely does beat him later on. As we look at the count, he picked up that Headstrinker. Does help him with that damage, giving a little bit more damage as well. I'm not sure if Sky can really do much here. He got the fear off. There's the ignite coming out, but he's going to be able to shield away. And can Sky manage to get... He's going to be able to get one more Shiv off. No, he's forced to get out of there. And yes, Sky was definitely not able to pick up the kill. Damon McLovin also showing up to try and help out. Zyra's starting to come up, but she's just going to back off, not wanting to risk that. Definitely doesn't even need to anymore. Luminare, again, is doing such a good job. She has 4-2. She has so much damage. She picks up that Athene. She's got so much mana regen. And I feel like that Athene has definitely just helped the Lux make more of an appearance completely, as it is starting to just downpour outside. Holy crap. Meanwhile, down at bottom lane, it looks like TGDM is jumping onto White Knight. White Knight taking lots of damage, but Sona should have her ultimate. The exhaust is onto Little John. Little John taking so much damage, the ult's going to be able to hit him, but he's going to survive with just barely any health. White Knight is taking lots of damage from TGDM, but the damage from everybody else is just too much. Lux trying to pick up that kill, trying to just kill steal it, but not going to be able to. Little John surviving with only 10 health from that exchange, but TGDM was not able to get out of there, escape at all, and she is going to go down. Luminaire not taking too much damage from Pentagon, actually, as Pentagon just turns around, gets turned on, and just taken down to half health immediately. Like, it took us so much work for Pentagon to do all that damage, and Luminaire did it in like 5 seconds. Shaco now coming in for a little bit of counter gank. I think they know he's there, though. They're just going to jack in the box it. Not really going to care about it too much. They've already been taken. The blue buff's going to be given to Zyra in exchange. And I don't know if he should give it to Zyra. Zyra's kind of been a little bit not lackluster. Been a very lackluster, but he's going to get caught out by Taric and by Ezreal, and he's going to go down. He dodges the Lux Slice. Good job there. There comes the ultimate out, but Sky's going to be able to pick up the kill. Here comes McLovin turning on to Zeom, able to pick up the kill. Pentagon getting a kill in death. Can he pick up this double kill? He does still manage to get the fear off. Does manage to pick up the nice double kill for his team. You know, Taric's still coming around. They're not going to have the engagement. McLovin's not going to have it. He is 5-0-5. Again, he's doing such a good job. But Pentagon only able to pick up kills in death as Taric's coming in onto Luminaire. Luminaire might be caught in a little bit of trouble here, but there's a light bang on the TGDM. He's taking so much damage from this. Oh man, the Ignite may be able to pick him. Yes, it is. The Ignite's going to be able to pick him up. TGDM getting a little too aggressive there. Meanwhile, back up top, looks like Malphite. We'll have to see what happened there, as it feels like kills never come down here. The ultimate onto etc. And the kick trying to keep him out of there. Lana Aqua taking lots of damage from this. He's got to play this almost perfectly, as etc. has that dash now. He's trying to run away from there. There comes his Q. Didn't have to play perfectly at all. He just had to walk into the bush and Q. What am I saying? It's a little bit of just trading back and forth, honestly. This game has just been easily back and forth. 9-11. There's only a 1k gold difference. As we look at the people who are actually probably the strongest, I mean, Hecarim 5-0-5. He is definitely super strong. He is definitely really tanky. As we look at his items, he is just building straight up armor and health. And so he is just not going to take any damage from Ezreal. Not going to take too much damage from Shaco. But I mean, from Lux is going to be able to burst down that Hecarim, no problem. As he picks up that Frozen Heart, that Frozen Heart will definitely help him out against them. We'll have to see if he decides to build any form of magic resist. Actually looks like he might be going for Shirelia's next, which definitely would be a good idea, give him a little bit more speed, a lot more engagement power. But it looks like here comes Sky, might be coming in for a gank onto Pentagon. Pentagon doing lots of damage to Luminaire, but here comes the damage out from, oh my gosh, Lux just bursting down completely. She's going to be able to run out of range out of that passive, no problem. And get out of there, just free, scotch-free. But here comes the ultimate out from Hecarim, not really landing as best he could have. He's going to get ignited on. John was trying to come in there, trying to help out, but McLovin just did not land the prime ultimate that he wanted, and he did pay for it. Luminaire is just so low. Meanwhile, back up top, we're still seeing a kind of a slow battle. I'll just keep an eye on their health. Nothing really much has been happening up there. Oh, now they're getting low. No, they're not getting low. They're not getting low. But Taric's coming in. Can he manage to catch somebody? He's able to get a stun onto White Knight, but nothing really going to happen out of it. No one was really in position to really do anything about that. As we take a look at the items now. You see in Malphite, he's building almost pretty much the same thing as, looks like he might be going for that Frozen Heart. Definitely going for that Frozen Heart. It's the only thing Glacial Shroud builds into. So he's going for that Frozen Heart. He likes that cooldown reduction, likes that armor, likes that extra mana. It's always amazing to have that. Meanwhile, Lee Sin on the other side got that Hex Drinker to help to deal with his laning phase. Looks like he actually might be going for a Maw as well with that pickaxe. But the Hex Drinker is going to help him trade very easily with Malphite up top. Lux is doing lots of damage as well. Ezreal has a lot of magic damage. So, I mean, Hex Drinker and Maw, very good choice, giving him that extra, you know, shield form of health. Pentagon clearing those waves, but here comes McLovin. Does McLovin have his ultimate up? He does. He's going to scare Luminaire back. There's Pentagon's ultimate coming out. Finally able to pick up a kill utilizing that gank. Very good job by them. Meanwhile, just a little bit more, just trading, just throwing out their manliness at each other. That's pretty much all they can do until they get a kill. It's just been really just a big 1v1 up there, so really boring. But here comes Sky coming in, trying to get a kill. Not able to land. There he goes. There's his final crit. McLovin's coming in to try and save him as well. Sky is in trouble here. There's the Ignite going on the Sky. Going to be able to push Sky backwards. Very nice plays from this Hecarim. Just showing up where he needs to be. Oh, wow. I'm not sure if he meant to land that stun. Oh, he's not going to be able to land his ultimate. No, he's on the Ignite. The Ignite will be enough to pick up Pentagon, though. Pentagon goes down. Lana Aqua getting out of there. No problem. So, I mean, despite not landing his ultimate, he was able to land his Ignite Q, and that was a kill all in itself. Able to pick that up. Very good job. Very good trade. 1-for-1 in that exchange between Zyra and Shaco. McLovin coming in, just going to be able to clear out these wraiths. Probably getting a Dragon Attempt. It looks like Ezreal's coming down. TGDM is tanking a lot of damage here. The exhaust is out onto John. The Sona ultimate is out. The exhaust is onto Zeom. Right back at him. And they're just starting to trade. John is just so low. He has no mana. And it looks like he might go down. The Ignite is onto John. He's going to be able to dodge one more skill shot, but he's going to go down to the auto attacks. McLovin is now down here as well. Lee Sin as well. And there's a double kill for Ezreal. Malphite has shown up to the party. And it is a 5-on-2 now. Can they continue this rampage? There comes the box coming out. Not really going to be able to land the fear. McLovin's going to be able to get out of there with his speed boost. No problem. But this is definitely going to be a dragon attempt for blue team. A very good exchange for them in the long run. They are 13-13 there. Down in the gold count, but this dragon will even it out a lot. Zyra is coming down. Not sure if they can still team fight it. In fact, she might be getting a little bit too aggressive here. There comes the damage out from everybody. McLovin's coming in as well. Shaco gets a nice smite on the dragon though, but McLovin is going to turn around and die. And wow, they have just given up such a big lead. Zyra, I'm not sure what Zyra's positioning was, but Zyra's positioning was just straight up horrible. Just running in there, just getting owned just immediately. That is just something you just don't want to do. If you were taking notes about this game, about things you shouldn't do, just watch Zyra. Because Zyra has not been playing as well as she could be. She manages to pick up kills somehow, utilizing her passive, but she has 7 deaths. So that's about almost half the deaths on her team. Almost, like one more. But it's pretty much half the deaths. But here they come. They're coming in for this. John getting, oh man, just getting burst again, down immediately. They did force him off of Baron though. So I guess that's worth it. His death was worth the force off of Baron, as Baron probably would have just spelled disaster for them. But blue team is just on a rampage right now. Lux is doing just so amazing well. She just is doing so much damage. And TGDM, I'm not sure what you're doing there, buddy, but you are in just so much trouble now. But Zyra is showing up at the party, able to save TGDM. They're going to be able to dodge those skill shots. But if Lux can land a light binding here, it'll be huge. Barely missing out on Pentagon. Pentagon doing a nice dodge there. As everybody just heading back to their lanes, heading back into their jungles. And Pentagon still not getting a blue. Probably doesn't deserve it, given that he has 7 deaths, but still not getting a blue regardless. Doesn't need it, but here comes Sky coming in. Oh my gosh, Pentagon taking so much damage from this. There comes the ultimate. Now Pentagon's going down yet again. I'm not even sure if he's worth gold anymore. He's just dying so much. He picks up a Jack-in-the-Box kill with his passive. And I'm sure his team is just constantly raging on him. He's 6-8 now. Again, pretty much half the deaths on her team. Not doing a good job at all. And I'm calling you out, Pentagon. If you ever watch this, like, I'm calling you out. You are not playing very well at all. And hopefully you can watch this and be like, okay, that's what my mistakes are. Because then that would be awesome. Because then I did my job. I told you, I made you a better player in the long run. But Luminare just showing off her burst just constantly with all that poke. They have so much poke on their team. Given Malphite, Ezreal, Sona, Lux. I guess Shaco has a little bit of poke, but not really too much. But here comes this gank up here onto Lana Aqua. And he's going to get stunned. He's taking quite a bit of damage. He's going to take a tower shot as well, as Lee Sin is continuing the pressure. He is slowed from that red buff. He's going to be forced to ult to get out of there. You know, down at the middle lane there, jumping onto Zion, but I mean, they have to be worried about that. Pentagon's going a little bit aggressive, missing almost every spell she has. The turret's just going to give them a little bit more gold. Tarek's coming in. Is he going to try in for a gank here? Try and get some initiation with the stun. It looks like he is. They're pinging onto him, but he is just, nobody is nearby. There's not really much they can do here. He's able to land the root, but again, just not doing too much damage to him. Lee Sin going to come in there, get a little bit of damage off, and they might be able to push onto this middle tower really easily. But there comes Ultim out from Ezreal, going to clear that wave, going to dispel any thoughts of that, and etc. getting put down pretty dang low as well. But he will just be able to sustain off of these wraiths if he wants to, and looks like that's what his plan is. It looks like, oh, Lux had a different idea. She knew what she wanted to do. Going to clear those wraiths. A nice heads-up play there by Lux, actually. A really nice heads-up play there. Actually, oh man, John getting hit by that. He's going to get burst down almost immediately. Zion's able to pick up that kill. A nice reaction from everybody. John just getting bursted down. That's not what they needed right now. Pentagon now getting hit out by a light binding, and she's going to turn around and take a lot of damage from that. Lux's laser will be up in about another 20 seconds, and they probably will be able to pick up a kill here. And there's just not much they can do here. But here comes McLovin jumping onto Zion. Zion's going to get feared and get put down immediately. McLovin's forced to flash out of there. He just gets pretty dang low. Etc. is forced to get out of there. TGDM is in the middle of a fray, taking so much damage. But here comes Malphite. Malphite, does he still have his ultimate up? He does not. Yeah, now he does. He might be able to turn around, but looks like he goes down before he can even use his ultimate. Etc. is now super low. Shot Sky is on him. He's going to be able to pick up this kill, no problem. Lux is able to pick up the kill on Pentagon as well. And that's pretty much... I'll just say it's an ace, since McLovin almost died there. Barely surviving with just about like 10 health. He's forced to go back. No problem. Corky's now going to be coming back to lane. Sky can't stay for too long or else he will go down to John. But it looks like he doesn't really care. Oh my gosh, Sky, what are you doing? The minions are going to block it. Those minions blocking that big one, it definitely would have been enough to kill him there. Oh, John, can you pick up this kill here? Can you do it, John? John, that your missile just went through Luminare. I saw it, John. I saw it. I saw your missile just go through her. You have a witness, alright? You have a witness. Anyways, the team fight, again, is just being so strong right now for Blue Team as they just, I mean, they are 21-15, but they only have a 2K gold lead, which is just so surprising. I mean, what is just causing this? They only have a 2K gold lead, besides being 21-15. I guess it's also due to the fact that now that that's on Zyra, is probably not worth too much gold. I mean, given the fact that she's actually getting kills after she dies, she's actually still worth gold. She's consistently worth gold because she dies and then gets a kill. So, I mean, she's giving more gold to them than she's, like, gaining. But, oh, actually, John getting hit out there. Not what he wanted to do. John's is pretty much out of this fight already. Not going to Lux Laser. He's not going to connect with anybody. But John is now out of commission, out of this fight. This is definitely going to be a middle tower down. There's another beautiful light binding landing. Sky's going to jump onto this, get a little bit of damage out onto McLovin. McLovin going to have to be forced to get out of there. Zyra's coming in now. There comes the ultimate out. Going to hit knock up Sky. And Malphite coming to get the knock up onto McLovin. McLovin's going to go down. Etcetera's taking lots of damage. They're jumping into Etcetera. Etcetera is not going to go down. Pentagon is going to go down instead. There is the Ignite on the Aqua. But again, that's not really going to do too much. At 2-for-0 exchange, this tower is definitely going to fall down here, as this Blue Team is just unstoppable at this point. They just have such good engagement. Luminaire just landing all of those light bindings. Everyone just able to follow just completely. And it looks like they will be able to take the inhibitor tower as well. No problem.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And again, Luminaire is definitely just the MVP of this game right now, doing just so much. Granted, she did go up against Pentagon in middle, but she is just doing so much for her team, able to land those light bindings, able to just burst down people, and TGDM, again, just kind of Shirelia's for no reason there. Not sure if she could have caught them. They tried to get engagement on there. It looks like they're actually going to lose the blue buff as well. Let's see if Luminaire or Zion will take it. Looks like, yes, they will let Luminaire have it, as they do clear it. It looks like Blue Team might be moving in range for a Dragon attempt, but they really don't have anybody there. Red Team instead might be ones who want to try and get in on this, see if Lux can really do anything about it. I mean, they do have Ezreal and Lux ultimate to really do something, but it's all going to come down. You might want to throw down a, there you go, throwing down that Lucent Singularity. Try and get some vision onto that. They are trying to keep vision as best they can, but looks like Zion's, they're not going to be able to keep it as much as they want. There it comes, not going to be able to pick it up. Nice burst damage out there, Smite. But TGDM getting caught way off guard. There comes McLovin with his ultimate. They're doing as much damage as they can. There comes the Malphite ultimate, able to get the knock up onto several people. Zyra's ultimate's coming out, not really knocking up anybody, but Zion's going to go down to Lee Sin. Lee Sin getting a nice kick there. Luminaire is still up though. His ultimate will be up in about 5 more seconds. Can they turn this around? McLovin in a dangerous position. Everybody's actually in a dangerous position. Not able to land the light binding or the Lucent Singularity onto anybody. Not going to be able to really do much there at all. It looks like everybody on Red Team is going to be able to go back. But meanwhile, Shaco is split pushing top lane. Can he get this tower down? I don't think he has his ultimate to really do much there. He used his ultimate just recently to split push it. But he's not even going to do any damage to the tower. Only he's going to let minions do it. Get out of there. He knows everybody went back. So he's just going to let it go. Meanwhile, down at bottom lane, just clearing those waves. Making sure every lane's pushing, make sure they keep the pressure up as much as they can onto all the lanes. They are free to do what they want, and they're definitely doing a good job of that. I don't know what Red Team's going to possibly do to try and turn this around. I mean, they have to not get caught out by Lux lasers. I mean, Lux is just bursting people down, and that's just honestly the power of Lux, is that before the fight even starts, she takes out one of your carries like anybody. She just removes all your health, so where you have to hard engage on them. But even then, I mean, when you look at it, despite Shaco, I mean, if they had a stronger jungler, honestly, this team comp would just be like ridiculous to try and engage on. I mean, you have such good counter engage with Malphite. You have such good counter engage with Sona. Like, if you try to engage on them, you're just going to get ulted down and then bursted down by the same thing that you're trying to avoid. So, I mean, it's so hard to really engage on this team. And TGDM going to get caught out a little bit by that Lucent Singularity. Pentagon getting hit as well. Pentagon taking so much damage from this. Here comes the Malphite ultimate. Now Pentagon's going to go down immediately. Not even Lux lasers being used onto anything. Turning out onto Etcetera. Etcetera is going to be able to get out of there, no problem. But John is kind of caught in there. He's going to Valkyrie away. McLovin's going to get out of there. TGDM is going to go down. John going to get bursted in half health thanks to Lux laser. And there it is. I think that's the ace Lee Sin does go down in the end thanks from Ezreal, and that's the A's. Most likely going to be seeing the surrender vote here any second now, or they're just going to finish out the game as minions are just completely pushing on this. And there's the surrender vote, and wow, what a good game. And again, Lux, Luminaire did such a good job. I'm like not even lying. Yeah, granted, you went up against Pentagon. You went up against Pentagon, but I mean, despite that, you like caught people out. Such amazing light blinding, such good burst onto the important people, and just completely eliminating them from team fights. So again, good job. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to subscribe if you guys like this stuff. I'm trying to do it more often, trying to get back into it. And I cast all my games live on twitch.tv/JKThePlague. So if you guys want to go watch it live, I'm always there. Casting it live. I kind of don't have set times, but anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.